Hello everybody and welcome back to part 3 of creating a messaging app using React and Firebase. So again, we're going to resume where we left off in the last video, which was part 2. So here I'm just going to show my screen and this is how our website looked. So as I said in the last video, we're going to be creating a message component right now. So here for rendering out the message component, what I'm going to do is just do this. So just like a normal tag, but with a capital first letter, which is going to be a capital M, and then just close it off with a self-closing tag. Now we need to actually create a message.js file. So after that, what we will do is we'll do RAFCE, and it's just going to transform that into this. So that's basically a snippet. And if you don't have that snippet, you can just go over here to extensions and then just go ahead and search for ES7. And it's this one, so ES7 React Redux GraphQL React Native Snippets. Just install that. And after that, what I'm going to do is going to be right over here. I'm just going to create a H1 called message. So just for proving that the message is actually there. And then I'm going to give this a class name of, let's do message. So again, we're using BEM, so it should be a lowercase m. And here we will import message.css, which we of course need to create. So we will do message.css like so. And over here, we will come back to message.js and we're just going to hit save like so. Now we're going to come back to app.js, and now what we're going to do is just go ahead and hit control space right over here after the message. And then what we will do, not there. So here, and we will do control space and hit enter. And if we come over here, as you can see, it just imports the message. And that's exactly what we want. So if I hit save and come back over here, and if I hit refresh, let's see. So let's just wait for this to actually compile. So again, if you want to see that, just come over here, hit Control J, and yeah, okay, failed to compile. Could not find message.css. Let's see. Oh, I spelled message wrong. Message, like that. And we'll just refresh and boom, message. It actually doesn't have the text, but that's just over here, right? So we have 3 messages already from this array. And then after that, it's just a H1 basically. So here what we will do is enter a message. Let's just do another message, which is going to be hey. And hey, and there we go. So as you can see, it actually adds another of these message H1s. So that's exactly what we want. We don't actually have the text again, but yeah, this basically works. So that's looking good. Now what we will do is come back over here, and in the message component, we will get the props. And in ES6, there's a way for just destructuring this and getting out particular values out of it. So here we're going to destructure it and get out the message, like so. Now we're going to come back to app.js, and what we're going to do is just do message is equal to message. So this message is the actual prop that's here, and this message is the actual variable, so right there. So if I hit save on both of these, and actually I just need to render out the message like this. Now if I come back over here, as you can see, it has the messages. So that's exactly what we want. Now the next thing that we want to do is actually ask the user for their name, and then just do a welcome message, welcome, and whatever their username was. So come back to app.js, and what I'm going to do is just get rid of these 2 console logs. We don't really need them anymore, and just create another piece of state. So const, this time I'm going to call this username, not username, and set username, which is equal to a use state, and by default we're just going to set this to an empty string like so. Now what we're going to do is come down over here, and then what we will do is create something called the use effect. And let's just import it. So this is the auto import. And I'm just going to type this out, and then I'm going to explain what it does. So just type this out. And basically what a use effect does is it runs a piece of code based on a given condition. So if we leave these, square brackets blank, then it's going to run once when the app component loads. But for example, if we have like the input here or the messages, then it will go ahead and run every single time when the input or the messages change. But for actually prompting the user or asking the user what their name is, we only want to do that once. We don't want to keep doing that again and again. So we want to just leave that completely empty. So the square brackets completely empty, and then inside of this use effect, what we will have is something, it's going to be a setter for the username. So set username, and it's going to be a prompt of please enter your name, like so. Now if I hit save and I come back over here, and I'm just going to refresh it actually, and as you can see, it asks me please enter your name. So if I just do Akshat, then it's actually going to be stored inside of our actual state. So for proving that, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put in a H1, which is going to be welcome username. So whatever the username is. So we can just do that. And as you can see, it says welcome Akshat. So that's exactly what we want. Let's just do Akshat here. As you can see, it says welcome Akshat. So that's exactly what we want. So now the next thing that we want to actually do is we want to like send, we want to have the name of the user whoever sent the message. So right now, it doesn't actually show the name of whoever sent the message. So if I just do hey, then I don't know why I refreshed it right there. So hey and send message, then as you can see, it doesn't actually show the name. So we have to manually type it out. So let's just do Akshat and hey, right? So we have to do that. So Akshat, hey, right? So we have to manually do it. So for just getting rid of that little problem, what we will do is we will come over here, and this is basically going to be now an array of objects. And I'm just going to get rid of this last message. I don't really need it. We can just deal with two messages right now. And here, what I'm going to do is just do this. So, like so, and here. Okay, now we actually need the values for this array, of course, or rather object. So what we will do is just do username is going to be, let's say for this one is going to be Akshat, and then comma, and what we will do is we will just do message is going to be hello, right? And then for hey, we will do username is equal to, let's say, Advik, and the message is going to be hey. So we will just do that, and if I just hit save, Prettier is going to format that for me. So Prettier is basically just an extension. You can download it, so it's really useful. And yeah, so that's what we want to do. So here, let's come down, and the message is going to be the message dot message. So it's actually pointing to this right over here. And the username also, we're going to pass that as another prop. So username is equal to message dot username, like so. So we're not actually taking in the username right now. So let's come over here and let's just cancel that. Let's do username, like so, hit save, and yeah, but we're not actually using this username anywhere. We're just going to solve that problem right now. Now what we will do So for solving that problem, what we will do is just come over here and we will do user name colon and whatever the message was. So now this should be working. So as you can see, it says Akshat hello and Advik hey. So that's what we have set over here. So right now these are just hard-coded values, but we're going to solve that problem later. So now what we need to do is come over here, and where we are setting the messages, we just need to update this to the current structure that we have. So it's an object, and the username is going to be the username state, so username, and the actual message is going to be the input. So let's hit save, come back here, and it's compiled successfully. Now let's just do it with a username of test. So it just says welcome test, and hey, test, and if I just do hey, send message, then it says test colon hey. So that's exactly what we want. So what we also need to do is going to be over here on the form, which is going to be on submit. So whenever we submit our actual form, we need to go ahead and run the send message function. Now if I hit save and come over here, and that's basically why it was refreshing. So let's just do Akshat right here. And now if I do hello there, and if I hit enter, it doesn't refresh anymore. So that's basically the fix to that simple problem. Okay, that's looking actually pretty good right now. So we've got our messages and all of that stuff. Nice. Now what I'll do is go over to message.js, and here I will just copy in or paste in a snippet of code. As you can see, this is what it is. So we're going to create a card and card content, and then we're going to create a typography. The color is going to be white, the variant is going to be H5, the component is going to be a H2, and we're just going to put in the message inside of that. Now we need to import all of this stuff, obviously. So here card import, so the auto import, and card content also auto import. Let's see if that's actually importing. Yep. And also the typography we need to import. So let's do that. So all of it's been imported. So that's nice, and basically that's how it looks. So what we actually want to do is just take this from here and put that there, and just get rid of that H1. Come here, and boom. That's how it looks. Nice. Okay. Let's just do hey there. Send message. Boom. Hit refresh. Just go over to a test account, for example. And let's just do something. There we go. So that's looking good right now. So let's just come back here to Akshat, and yeah, that's good. Now what we will do is come back here, and we're just going to give this card a class, turned on caps lock there, class name of message underscore card, like so. Now in message.css, we will target the entire message and give it a padding of 10 pixels, a margin of 10 pixels, and a width of fit content. Hit save, come here, and that's how it looks. So that's looking good, right? So that actually looks pretty good. Now the next thing that we want to do is in the completed app, the messages that are not sent by me are going to be appearing on the left, and the messages that are sent by me are going to be appearing on the right, and also they're going to be blue, but the messages not sent by me are going to be gray. So for actually doing that, here we're going to come back to app.js, and what we're going to do is we're going to pass in the entire messages or message array. So message is equal to message, which is actually the array, so the state. And now we will do, instead of message at username, we will just do the username. Let's see here, username. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, there we go. So we will pass in the username and the entire message. So that's what we want to do right now. And here inside of message.js, what we will do is just do message.username and just do message.message, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's actually see over here. Yep, message.message. It's saved there. From here, let's just see if it works. Doom. Okay, it works. Good. Now what we're going to do is actually check if it's the user that, the currently logged in user is sending the message, right? So for that, we will just create a const is user, and we will set that to username triple equal to message.username. So let me explain what that does. So we create a variable, which is a Boolean variable, and we check if the username is equal to the message.username. So this will return a true or false value. So that's exactly what we want. So if this is true, then it's actually going to appear in blue. So the current logged in user has sent it. Let's see, there's an error here. And if it's false, then it's just going to be in gray. So the somebody else has sent it, basically. Now what we will do is come over here, and here for the message, we will do some string interpolation. So let's just do, here, like that, and do message. So it's basically curly brackets, and it's a tilde, so it's just right below the escape key, and we can just do message, and we will also add another class name, which is going to be, for string interpolation, you just need a $sign and the curly brackets, and here we will just check if it's the user. So if it's a currently logged in user, then, and basically in this case means, then what we will do is we will also add the class of message__user. So that's what and does over here. But if you're using like an if statement, that means like, so let me just show an example. So we will just try like if is user, and let's just do message is equal to hello, then that. So basically what this does is it checks if it's the currently logged in user, and it checks if the message is hello. It's actually supposed to be message.message, but yeah. So it checks if the user, it's the currently logged in user, and if the message is going to be hello. So if both of these are true, then the code inside of here will be executed. So that's basically what and does over there. So and what that does in the if statement was that, but what it does over here is it just, if it's a user, then it will add this class called message_user. So that's a simple explanation of that. So we will come over here, and what we will do is, so here in the style file, what we will do is just do message__user, and here the styles are going to be margin dash left, auto, color white, text align left. Hit save, and now what I'll do is that's actually, here it's looking good. Now what we will do is come over here and write some JavaScript in, and what I will do is just do if is user. So if it's the user and there's basically a ternary operator, then what we will do is add a class of message__user card, and basically that's how BEM works. So I actually forgot to mention it. If you're wondering why I did __user card instead of just the typical, how you name the classes, then that's basically how BEM works. So you have to do that if you want to use BEM. But if you don't want to use BEM, it's completely okay. You can use something else, or you can just use how you normally do it. But I would actually recommend BEM. It's actually useful sometimes. So when you're building a large application, it's actually useful. So here I will also, if it's not is user, so if it's not the actual user that's sending the message, so just put in a colon, so that's like else. Then we will add the class of message underscore guest card. Now hit save, come over here, and just target message underscore user card, and then just do message underscore guest card, like so. So now we need to apply some styling for both of these. So it's basically background color is going to be #0BH1FF, like so. And this is going to be important because we want to override material UI styling. Do that, copy that, paste that here, and this time just give it another color. This is going to be E9EB. Hit save, and boom! Now it works. So basically, what it has done is it's gone ahead, and the messages that I've sent is just made it blue, and the messages that others have sent is just made it gray. So if I just log in with the test account, if I just do hey, then boom, as you can see, it's like that. Now if I let's just say Akshat and log in with that, and as you can see, Akshat, it says hello here, and by Advik, it's actually just gray. So that's actually what we wanted. So now that works. So basically, that's pretty much it for this video. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And before I actually go ahead and end this video, I just want to say that in the next video, which is going to be part 4, we're just going to hook up Firebase. And, you know, do all of the database stuff and all of that. So yeah, now I'm just going to end the video right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.